You know how badly I want to be a Delulu is this a Lulu girl? I so badly want to be one of those girls. The problem is I think too seriously. My mind is constantly playing all the wrong things in the world that I'm trying to fix them, and that's what I focus on. I just want to exist and not think about anything. What is the solution for girls who think too seriously, have way too many real problems on their hands? What do we do? Like, how do we figure this out? What's our middle ground? I want to be a part of that club where ding, 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 there's nothing going on in here. I understand that 99% of my problems, I can't fix them. I can't do anything. So how do I let go of the thought or the idea that I can actually do something about it and become the delusional girl? How are you guys doing this? How do you guys do this? What's the trick?
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Smart Money Habits. Today we're going to talk about a new trend on TikTok called Delulu. Now, Delulu stands for delusional, and the phrase going around is Delulu is the Solulu or solution. It amazes me how some people take pride in being delusional. That's crazy to me. But what can you do? Hey, thank you guys for all the support lately. I really appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out of the video. Hey, I'm not going to hold you. Let's jump right into it.
I got you, homie. Let's go.
How are people affording life right now?
We're not, girl. Anyway, has anyone tried the chestnut praline latte from Starbucks? I'm more of a pistachio girl, but they don't have it yet, so this is just gonna have to do, but she's pretty good. Speaking of the economy, though, I saw a TikTok once where someone was mentioning how they've been living above their means for years, and it has yet to come crashing down on them. And I'm gonna just keep rolling with that. Because something's gonna have to give, and it's not gonna be me.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Now, there is a thing such as positive affirmations. Basically, that means speak positivity into your life, which I'm a firm supporter of that. But there's a thin line between being positive and being delusional. I personally think that being delusional is counterproductive in the long term. Hey, what do you guys think? Are you a little Delulu? Leave a comment down below.
I really want to talk about this Delulu trend and how maybe the Gen Zs were onto something. So what I really think is interesting about the Delulu trend is basically the idea is like if you talk about something that maybe seems really unimaginable or unreachable, it's you and it's your desired reality. It's delusional or you're being Delulu. That's kind of what I've understood from it. And I think that's actually a great idea. The idea is that basically you are looking at your subconscious beliefs and your thoughts and what you want to manifest or what you want to sort of get out of your desired reality, right? So as a therapist, usually we actually do this kind of work in session where I really look at, okay, well, if anxiety and depression wasn't there or something else that's really challenging, how would your life look like? What would be going on? What would be happening? How would you be feeling? What would you be doing? What's stopping you from going there, right? That's more of like a solution focused piece. And obviously there's so much more work and therapy that leads us to this place. The idea is that we're separating you from your sadness, you from your anxiety. And so this is sort of narrative therapy stuff, but you're not just all of that, right? There's something that's you and there's something that's all the other stuff, but there's also this part of you that we can tap into that actually kind of has some ideas around how they want to live their life, right? In the spirituality space, the way I would explain it is now then, where can you go with that? Are you going to visualize it? Are you going to write it down? Are you going to, like, what steps are you going to take that are going to make you get to your desired reality, right? So yeah.
Emotional, damn it.
There's a thin line between being positive and delusional.
No, because here's why I'm bad at money. I barely ever go out anymore, which is a huge improvement. But my friend and I are getting girl dinner tonight and we're dressed up. Like I'm balling out. Like I'm having several martinis at an expensive restaurant. Like it's a plan. And I spending so much on an Uber in this god awful rain. And I'm thinking, I got some TikTok fund money coming out. It's fine. The TikTok creator funds got me. Girl math, it's not real. I'm even. I'm flush. I'll be breaking even by the end of tonight. Fuck, I don't know who I think I am.
I have a confession to make. Don't hate me for this, but I just realized that I'm a little bit jealous of men. The reason why I'm jealous of men is because they figured out a long time ago that being Delulu is the Solulu. Like, they really, really figured it out and they applied it and they practiced it. The reason why I'm saying this is because I thought about how crazy it is that there's so many guys having a one-sided conversation with themselves in my Instagram DMs because they genuinely believe that I'm gonna respond one day. Like, they don't know when the day is, but they know the day is coming. And I admire that because sometimes I'd be tempted to respond, but then I'm like, today's not the day. But they keep being delusional about it because they know that being Delulu is the Solulu. It's giving the same energy as when our grandparents and great-grandparents' generation used to have stories of the guys who were like pursuing the same women for like 13 years or some crazy number, and then she finally says yes and they lived happily ever after. That's not always the case. I know that for a fact, but there are some cases in which she finally said yes, she gave him a chance, and they lived happily ever after. That's the energy we all need to have, except now when women are saying being Delulu is the Solulu, all of a sudden it's like, girls, you have to work hard. You have to actually apply effort. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm against work because I'd be working too. But what I'm saying is the dudes who got everything they were being delusional about getting put in work to be delusional. That was the work. Being so delusional that you're going to get what you want. And then they eventually got it. And this goes beyond relationships too. Like, when you think about a business, usually the CEO or the founder is the most delusional person. And the employees and workers are more practical and realistic. And I think that that's the reason why some people are leaders and some people are workers. And there's nothing wrong with being either or. It really just depends on how much work you want to put in to being delusional. Because sometimes people just want to put in work to what they see is in front of them, to what's realistic, to what they know is possible. And that's fine. But what I'm realizing more and more is that the reason why men are so successful and are continuing to be successful is because they hold their delusions so close to their heart and they operate every single day of their lives as if it's already been manifested. And if it's not manifested at the end of the day, then they don't let that discourage them. They literally just keep being delusional the next day. And honestly, the only reason why I feel like women have such a hard time doing this is because our hormones fluctuate on a 28-day cycle. It is so hard to put in work to be delusional when your period is coming and it's telling you you need to yourself, because you're like, I hate it here. Even crazier thing about that is that whenever women do work together or try to live together, their cycles start to sync up. It's not like somebody else can pick up the slack while you're on your period because she's also on her period. I love being a woman, but sometimes I'm like, damn, I wonder how much more productive and advanced I would be in my life if my hormones were the same every single day and I was able to just be Delulu 24 hours a day. Of course I would get everything I wanted. I don't have anything affecting my self-esteem or my mindset or my mood or the pain in my body and distracting me from the fact that I need to be putting in work to manifest my dream by being delusional.
Huh?
This is why being Delulu is the Solulu. What you have to realize is if you keep thinking thoughts and speaking about and feeling into your reality as it has been, and even as it has been like 5 minutes ago, then you are not actually capitalizing on the fact that you get to create your own reality. And when do you create your own reality? Right now. So what you have to realize is how you're speaking to yourself, how you're thinking about yourself and your life, how you are showing up for your life right now. This is the most important thing. So when you put your blinders on and you stop paying attention to how life has been, you stop focusing on the circumstances that you don't want, you start feeling into speaking about and thinking about your reality exactly how you want it to be, that is when your reality changes so fucking quickly. So this is my challenge for you today. Today, I only want you to think thoughts that align with the reality that you want to live in. I only want you to speak about your life as if you are living in the reality that you want to be living in. I only want you to feel into the feelings and hold the frequency of you who's living in your dream life. If you do this for just 24 hours, you are going to be shocked at how much fucking magic comes into your life because you're no longer available for all of the bullshit that you were available for. You are grounding into a new state of being. You are anchoring into this new self-concept. And if you want to go deeper on this, get into my self-concept masterclass because I am giving you a step-by-step process on how to dissolve your old identity, the old thoughts, the old feelings, and how to create your new identity. The reason why my clients and my students have such big shifts so quickly is I don't play in time. I play in frequency. And when you show up differently, your reality has to change because you are the one that is creating your reality from the inside out. So go to the link in my bio and grab this masterclass because it's literally so fucking good.
I met this girl yesterday and hanging out with her was a crash course in how how to successfully be Delulu. And it was also a perfect reminder of the fact that delusion is contagious. First thing I'll say before we even spoke, this girl had a super high vibration. She's one of these people where you can just tell she just sort of like floats on air, and she was just so positive. Like every single thing that happened to us, even just in the first few minutes of hanging out, she just like put a positive spin on it. And then as the day went on, the way that she would talk about her life and herself and the world, it just made me realize that we really every single day are making a choice about how we want to view our life and our situation. And of course, nobody's life is perfect, and that just reinforces the way that this girl talks about herself and views herself is like she is on cloud nine. And it's not that she wouldn't like mention things that aren't perfect or that she would want to see change or her dreams for the future, but she was so grateful and so like hyper aware of how lucky she is for everything that she has in her life. And she kind of like puts a positive spin on everything that she would talk. Like I said, this was just such a refreshing reminder that we all can make the choice to live and talk and act this way. As an example, one thing she said pretty early into hanging out, she was like, everywhere I go, I just meet guys and I literally get asked on dates all the time. I never go on a dating app. I just meet men everywhere I go. And I was just thinking about it, like 9 times out of 10 when I meet single women like around my age group in New York, all they are doing is complaining about how there's no good men. Men are trash. You can't meet people out. You can't meet people in IRL. You have to go on the dating apps, but then you go on the dating apps and they suck. And it made me realize that in reality, this girl's experience and the experiences of everyone else that are complaining so much are probably not that different. It's just how you're choosing to view it. If you live in a story that there's no good men around, you can't meet men in real life, there's probably men approaching you and you literally aren't even clocking it. You're ignoring them, or you're deciding before you even give them a chance that they suck. Versus this girl, she's like, everywhere I go, I meet men. So then everywhere she goes, she meets men. And the other like amazing reminder of spending the day with her was Delulu is so contagious. Like we met up for brunch, me, her, and a friend. We have a mutual friend. That's how we met. And the rest of the day was just like so in flow. We walked into a restaurant that normally is so hard to get a reservation. We were seated at like the best table in the restaurant. We then were like, let's just pop by this club that is like impossible to get into. We walked right in. Every single one of us were like meeting and getting talked up by so many cute guys the whole time. So this is all to say, like, you don't need to be born with Delulu. It's a choice and you can make that choice every day. And something that's going to very much help you get there is surrounding yourself with other Delulu ass bitches.
So I want to share a simple, easy ritual for anybody that is like struggling to pay their bills or having a hard time paying their bills every month on time. So this ritual requires you to write. It's a writing ritual. And basically what you want to do, you want to make sure that you're utilizing blue or purple ink. Okay, because that both of them are high ranking colors, and that purple actually symbolizes royalty. If you didn't know, when you write all of your manifestations, they should be in purple. If they can't be in purple, make sure it's in blue. So what you want to do is you always want to do this the month before. So for an example, so we're in September. So I will do this ritual towards the end of September for the month of October, and so on and so forth. So you would continue it that way. So for next month, and you always want to do it like two weeks before the next month at least. Sometimes you can get away with doing a week in advance, but sometimes the earlier the better. So first things first, you're going to write, like, for an example, October bills, and you're going to put all your bills in October, whether they are like car notes, like all your bills, like even miscellaneous bills, you are going to put that on the sheet, right? So put all your bills, and next to each bill, you are going to write paid in full for all your bills, right? Paid in full. And then what you're going to do is at the bottom, you're going to put thank you, showing gratitude, of course, and your name. After you're done with that, you're going to fold the paper towards you because you want this to come in. Remember, when we are manifesting and doing rituals, we want to bring it towards us. So you always fold the paper in. After you do that, you're going to rip up the paper. And when you fold the paper, you're going to turn it clockwise when you fold it. And then after you do that, you're going to rip the paper and you're going to flush it down the toilet. You're going to look at it as it goes down the toilet. And you want to make sure every single piece goes down the toilet. After you do this next month, let me know if your bills got paid.
Just saw a TikTok of that running joke that's like, I'm waiting for an economic collapse so that I can buy a foreclosed home from a family of 4. And I feel like it's, something that I've said and I've heard a lot. But is anybody else concerned that if there is an economic collapse, like we are also not going to have the money and or the job to buy this home that we've been waiting for? I just feel like it's very Delulu of us to be like, yes, the economy is going to collapse and it's going to go bad for everybody else except for me. Not to mention, I also find it very sad that we're at the point where we're hoping for other people's downfall in order to have an opportunity at a very basic thing.
One of my favorite things in life is doing returns because I feel like I'm making so much money. It's like a gift from myself to myself. I just did 4 packages at the post office and now I have the last one at UPS store. And once all is said and done, I would have made back $420 and it's a good day.
Hi guys, good morning. We are back for another daily dose of drive-by wisdom, and I had a thought. Today I'm going to the gym, so the thought struck me as I was en route to the gym rather than afterwards, like it usually does. And I realized that I have a major deficiency. And after being on social media for several years, I finally recognized what my deficiency is. And I think that I'm going to need more of it now more than ever. And that deficiency is in delusion. I am low on the totem pole when it comes to Delulu. I am far too logical in my thinking, and I feel like I need to pull that back a little bit in order to survive these next 4 years, this next year in general. And so starting today, I am going to up my dose of Delulu because I really feel like that is how the community is thriving right now, and I'm not a part of that community in the way that I should be. I think that the only decision, the only way for life to get better, for things to get better, for my thought process to be in a good place is that I really have to strip away the logical thinking that I employ, and I need to increase my dosage of Delulu. Let me know if you agree in the comments, but those are my thoughts for today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Y'all, Delulu is the Solulu. Rolls off the tongue, but hear me out. The reason that being delusional works so well for manifestation is because you have to believe that the thing is possible for you. And sometimes that requires a level of a delusion or Delulu. So the more delusional you are about the thing that you want to create in your life, the more it comes to you. But here's the thing. Don't tell people about your delusion because you can't be delusional when people are telling you that you're being delusional. You have to be Delulu on the down low because otherwise people are going to be like, that's not going to work. You're not smart enough. You're not this, you're not that, you're not whatever. And the entire point of being Delulu is that you believe it. So the less people can tell you that you're crazy, the better it will work.
Hey, thank you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day out there too. Until next time, take care of yourself. And we out.